So I'd like to invite you now to just settle yourself wherever you are, whether you're sitting or lying, and finding a comfortable posture. And taking a moment to allow yourself to settle in to that posture. Let the body relax and unwind as you sit or lie. Perhaps inviting a sense of softening to the body. Softening slowly into the surface that you're connected to. Just inviting a slight sense of sinking gently down. And take a moment to just check with any intention that you've brought for tonight. Perhaps an intention to relax, to unwind, an intention to experience something new. And there's nothing wrong with having an intention, but I'd like you to just recognize anything that's come here with you tonight and invite you, if possible, to just set that aside and invite a sense of beginner's mind to the practice tonight. As if this is the first time you've done a meditation, a mindfulness session. And you're open to the experience however it presents itself to you, moment to moment. And bring your awareness now to the experience of the breath. And focus on this at the tip of the nose to start with. Noting perhaps the cooler air as it comes in and the warmer air as it leaves again. And noting the rhythm of the breath in this moment at the start of the practice as you settle. Is the breath fast or slow? Even or slightly irregular? And see if you notice any pressure to slow the breath or change the breath in any way. And if you find that is true for you, just see if you can set that to one side too. Let go of the urge to change the breath in this moment and just let it be. And bringing a kind and curious awareness to the actual experience of the breath at the tip of the nose in this moment. Opens the raw, energetic patterns that let you know that the body is breathing and that the breath is passing this point in the body. The very beginning and the very end of its journey in and out. The tip of the nose. Tuning in as best you can to the actual felt experience, the actual felt sensations. And if you find yourself distracted by thoughts, just note the thoughts. Note where it was trying to take you and whether it was pleasant or unpleasant or simply okay. And then just gently begin again. kindly but firmly bringing the attention back to the tip of the nose and the experience of the breath here with the body. And from this position, just observing the breath at the tip of the nose, see if you can identify any sense of an observer somewhere else in the body, watching the experience, receiving the information. And for most people, this felt experience is just behind the eyes, the bridge of the nose. And perhaps see if that's true for you. And connect with the experience of the eyes as you breathe. And again, the raw energetic sensations, the raw energetic patterns that let you know that your eyes are there, even closed. And see perhaps if there's a sense of self somewhere other than the experience of the eyes themselves. Is there a sense of self behind the eyes, in the middle of the head? Or is there simply the experience of the eyes? And just bring the breath to that experience. And again, if you're distracted by thought, or if you find this frustrating, perhaps confusing, turn your attention to the thought, to the sense of frustration or confusion, if any of that is true for you. And simply bring awareness to that experience and see what happens to that experience. Now see if you can just gently unhook from the experience in the eyes and let your awareness settle into the jaw, the lower part of the face, connecting as deeply as possible, just as best you can, with the raw physical experience and sensations in the jaw. Sense of pressure, temperature, tingling, perhaps the experience of the teeth and gums within the jaw. And breathing with this experience. And just checking in if there's a sense of experiencing a self somewhere other than this experience. Or is there simply the direct and raw experience in the jaw in this moment? And then gently unhooking from this experience and settling awareness down now into the throat, the neck, feeling the experience from the inside out, just as best you can. What is the experience of the neck at the moment? What are the sensations that confirm this part of the body in experience? perhaps tension, again, temperature, pressure. The feeling of movement within the throat as you swallow and breathe. And you may wish to note if this experience feels pleasant or unpleasant or simply okay. And breathing from this place of awareness, from within and around the neck. And when you're ready, just unhooking once more and allowing your awareness to settle down into the chest area, the upper part of the torso. And again, feeling this experience from the inside out. What is the experience within the chest? The beating of the heart, the movement of the lungs. Perhaps a slight rise and fall of the shoulders, the expansion of ribs at the front and the back. Perhaps small movements of the shoulder blades. And really invite your awareness to rest here and experience from here. So you're not thinking about this place and you're not checking back to the mind, the confirmation of this place, but resting in the open awareness within the chest. And from this space, bring your awareness to settle more closely to the experience of the heart itself. And again, we're looking for the raw energetic experience and patterns, the felt experience of the heart, not a conjuring of thought, not an imagination, but if you allow your awareness to rest here, to experience from here, how does this feel? Is there any tone to this experience? Is there any emotion right now? And there's no way that this experience needs to feel. There's no right or wrong. But simply bring kind, compassionate, curious awareness to this attention and space within and from the heart itself. And you may wish to just rest in this space for a few moments. So I'll leave you with some peace for a minute. And if you find you've been distracted by thoughts, again, just gently, kindly, and firmly, just steer the attention back to the breath, to the jaw, to the neck, chest, and then the heart. Beginning again, connecting again. And from this space, see if you can open now to other experience around you. Perhaps the sense of sound. What sounds are reaching the ears at this moment? Not reaching for any sounds, but just open to what appears and disappears. Perhaps electronic objects nearby, cars on the road outside, or people within the house or outside. Pets. Or perhaps it's still. And perhaps just gently explore the silence. And if there are sounds, see if you can remove the need to identify the sounds, but just bathe in the raw, energetic experience of each sound as it appears and fades from consciousness. And if there are sounds, is there any emotional attachment to certain sounds? Perhaps irritation from a loud, metallic sound, or perhaps a dog barking somewhere. Don't try and change the experience, but just simply note what's there. Note any agitation, or even fondness for a certain noise, an attachment to it, perhaps. Being curious in this place of awareness within and from the heart, open to sound. And now expanding into any bodily sensations, feelings perhaps in the feet or the hands, the back of the head as it rests. Open to experience at the back and the front of the body, within and without. Welcoming as best you can sensations that maybe aren't as pleasant, perhaps some tightness in parts of the body. And again, from this place of awareness from the heart, see if you can allow your awareness to settle with any areas that might be uncomfortable in this moment, moving closer to them if it feels okay to. And not trying to change them, but just attending to them, being with them. And just see what happens in that space, a space of pure awareness, of non-judgment. And now just allow your awareness to open further still and just become aware of anything that you notice, letting go of any conscious direction of attention and just being open to whatever is received in the moment, like a net cast wide in the sea. Sounds, emotions, physical sensations, the breath, even thoughts in this space. Inviting everything as an object for attention. With a curious awareness, as if this was the first time you noticed any of these things, any of these experiences. An opportunity to savor all of the experiences here, pleasant or unpleasant, or simply okay. Resting in the richness of the experience of this moment, in all its simplicity. As we bring this evening's practice to a close, I'd just like to invite you to bring the focus back to the breath once more. And wherever the breath feels closest to you, perhaps that's the belly or the tip of the nose, or the chest, or perhaps somewhere else. And just focusing and resting in this space with the breath. And just checking in, how is the breath now? What's the rhythm of the breath? Fast or slow? Deep or shallow? Regular or a little erratic? And again, not looking to change this or judge this, but simply being curious as to how the experience presents itself now, in this moment, in this next breath. And I'd like you to take 3 final focused breaths this evening. And with each breath, just think of one thing to be grateful for. Something simple or something profound. Something from today or something for the future or something from time past. Anything that comes to you in the moment. 3 breaths, 3 moments of gratitude. Thank you.